When I woke up in hospital, I had a choice. I decided to be a survivor, not a victim. I'm Andy Reid MBE, served the 3rd Battalion The Yorkshire Regiment. In October 2009, stepped on an improvised explosive device, which resulted in me losing 3 limbs. I got tasked to go on a routine foot patrol, go and search some compounds. We're going to set off at 4:30 in the morning. I had a guy in front of me called Hasty, Private Hasty. He had his Valen, his metal detector. And we set off, and it was a normal day. So I said, right Jamie, we're going to set off down that 3rd track there, pal. So Jamie started getting his kit on. I turned round, said to the boys, get your kit on boys, let's go, follow me. Looking down, could see the fresh footprints in the sand that Jamie was taking. I was obviously looking round, observing my arcs myself. Went about 3 or 4 metres forward, and then I stepped on the IED device. So the next thing I'm aware of, I lay on the floor on my back, a big dust cloud all around me. It was quite strange, I couldn't hear anything. All my mouth was full of dust and dirt, but I felt like a stun numbness throughout my body. I weren't in any pain at the time really. It felt like, you know, when you bang your funny bone, and it's not really funny, but it hurts. Kind of like numbness throughout my body, but I knew something violent had happened to me. So I looked across to this hand, and that finger was hanging off. So I made a fist and kept hold of that finger. Looked across this arm, and it was twisted behind my back. So I knew I couldn't really help myself at that stage. Luckily, young Jamie got blown forward in the blast, took some shrapnel to his back and his behind. He started crawling back towards me, started giving me some morphine, started putting some tourniquets on my limbs. One of the other guys come back from the other section. I knew the guys were there then, and I knew the guys would do the job that they're trained to do, so I closed my eyes and kind of lay back and drifted in and out of consciousness. I remember for the first time waking up in a very dimly lit room, but crisp white walls everywhere, crisp white sheets on the bed, and I took a big deep breath in, and all I could kind of smell and taste was bleach and cleaning detergent and that smell of death that you have in hospitals. And the doctor come rushing over and started to explain to me where I was and what injuries sustained. So you lost your right leg below the knee, the left leg above the knee, and your right arm above the elbow. Luckily for me, no internal injuries at all. But I lay there as the doctor explained this to me and the family, and thought, you know, I'm a survivor, not a victim. I thought, I'm still here. Start setting myself some goals and start moving life forward. Obviously, I got injured myself, and I know I'd be in a far worse place mentally if it would have been one of my guys who got injured. That's the tight bond that we have, and you know, I'm really proud to have took the guys there and brought them all back safe. You know, the army made me the person I am. I made some bad choices before I joined the army. I was following a bit of a wrong path, and the army straightened me out and made me the person I am today, give me values, standards, integrity. I won't say I'm any hero, I'm just a lad from St Helens who happens to get injured serving his country and has pushed on. There's been ups and downs, there's been a bit of a roller coaster, but there's been bad days, you know. I'm human at the end of the day, you know. We're not like on the movies like Iron Man or Captain America, you know. We're not superhuman people. We've got a strong mindset of what we want to achieve. We're probably very more mentally resilient, and we have bad days. And there's been days where I thought, why me? You know, I have thought that in days. You know, it's about accepting responsibility. Ultimately, I joined the army, so I've got to accept responsibility for my own actions, and by accepting that, then you can move on. There's no point blaming anybody else for it. I think the Veterans Foundation is an amazing organisation. People who are supporting that and doing the Veterans Lottery, supporting grassroots charities. You know, not the big ones, not the big national charities, but ones in local communities who are actually making a massive difference on the ground. So people who reach out to charities like mine, like the Veterans Foundation, for help and support, we can make a bigger impact on that veteran's life. I'll say anyone who plays the Veterans Lottery, you know, a massive thank you from myself as someone who runs a charity myself. You know, we can then help support other people, so thank you very much. If you'd like to help military charities and veterans in the UK, please play the Veterans Lottery.